Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were here. You were probably high at the time because I know you were going through crack cocaine at that time.
No, you're a slacker. A slacker.
Yeah, you're a slacker.
There's nothing I hate more than a slacker.
You have the work ethic of a Venezuelan. Hey, everybody, just so you know, we actually love Martin. So,
nah, screw him.
Gary just loves shitting on him.
All right, we start the show. Here we go, guys. So, hey, Meph, this might be something you might want to try on the wife sometime. This is great. Can you read that? My wife had a dream that I have a secret second wife named Holly. Now, when she gets mad at me, I just say, Holly wouldn't get mad at me about that.
That doesn't work with my wife.
That doesn't work with any wife anywhere.
That's a good way to get stabbed in your sleep. That's what
to say, Gary's setting you up to fail majorly. Is what he's doing.
I mean, it could be perhaps a Mormon wife that would work. By the way,
it'll be funny all the way to your funeral.
I'm not on camera right now because I'm eating, and Anima said it's disgusting, and
no,
probably
I didn't.
it is. Well,
Yeah,
I said it's disgusting.
She said it's. She didn't say it was the eating; it was the lip smacking that grossed her out.
Yeah, when you said we don't need to see or hear that, I said unless you're doing something gross, we're fine with that.
Well, I'm not doing anything gross. It's very crispy and crunchy. So.
Oh, what are you having?
A burnt out pita bread with cream cheese. I haven't eaten in 14 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So right now, a rich cracker would sound like a gourmet dish.
Yeah, and I wasn't planning on eating any carbs, but seriously, I'm very weak.
So we were talking about some of our past streams on this channel, how some of them just are getting some great ongoing viewership, which is what I want, and it's one of the reasons why I don't think we're going to continue doing Kick, because Kick apparently ends after 7 videos and then they start deleting, and I'm like, what's the point then? Because these shows are to be about loving a movie and sharing that love and having people come to learn something about that movie that maybe they didn't know before. Hey, Gambit.
It's a gamer platform anyway, so not the space for us.
Gamer and gambling is what that one is, yeah.
Yeah. And Snorty is here. Hi, Snorty.
Hey, Snorty.
And Wade's here too. And Keely Chow just popped in. Keely Chow, you son of a bitch.
We are on the Rumble.
Then we do the Arnold handshake. Carl Weathers, Arnold handshake. You son of a bitch. Anyway, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, Keely. We're going to be talking about a film that I fucking loved before I even saw the movie, because it was one of those films. I used to do this back in the 80s. I don't know about anybody else. When a movie was going to come out and I saw that there was a book version, novelization of the movie and or an original book it was adapted from, I would go buy the book. So I'd have a general idea. I started doing that because of Blade Runner in 1982, because I'm like, I went to see that movie and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? I didn't understand anything. So I went and got the book, read it that following week, as did a bunch of my buddies, Jim Woodward, Bennett Sumner, all those guys. And we went to watch it again the next weekend. And suddenly we understood the movie and loved the movie. But I hated Blade Runner my first time seeing it. I'm like, he's not Han Solo or Indiana Jones at all. All he does is kill women. Because that's the only people he kills in the movie. The only thing he shoots at is Pris and Zora. The only other replicant killed by anybody on camera is Rachel killing, what's his name? Leon.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking weird movie. And speaking of Rachel, this is the second Harrison Ford film with a love interest named Rachel. Witness, again, Rachel, spelled differently, but it's the same fucking name. In Blade Runner, it was what would be pronounced as Rachel, but in this, it's Rachel with the E, just the E. Rachel, or two L's. I can't remember, two L's.
One.
One?
I've never
there
seen
you go.
Rachel with 2 L's. That would be weird. Let me check.
Air Force One, he was the president who was, yeah, and of course that was Bill Clinton's favorite movie of all time, and he was a big Clinton guy. I think the most ass-kicking president we've ever had is in office right now. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Reagan
Wait,
was pretty cool too.
tread lightly.
I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I liked Ronald Reagan. And I did. The first time I was allowed to vote for a major election, I turned 20 and I voted for Ronald Reagan. And, you know, it's like that was huge for me. But I didn't really want to originally. Oh, what happened to Joe?
Device disconnected.
Oh, shit. Hope he
That
gets
happens
figured
when
out.
he's up to show his artwork. It
Oh,
sometimes
yes.
kicks in.
So
Yep.
basically, you know, I went into a diatribe because Trump is apparently trying to reverse something that Reagan did, which is open up the fucking mental hospitals again and stop with this, 72-hour psych holds.
Sorry about
That's
that, guys.
bullshit. Oh, no problem, man. We noticed you were gone, and we're like, well, he'll be back.
Yeah, you're right
and
about that. They need to friggin' mental health has treatment.
Ronald Reagan caused that.
Yeah, I know.
He caused that massive homelessness problem we've had for the last 40 fucking years.
Yeah.
Because he, just like everybody, overreacted to the journalism of the time, which, you know, Geraldo is the first guy out there exposing these abuses.
Oh,
And
yeah.
instead of just doing regulation and trying to help the situation, let's make sure that doesn't happen. Shut them down, shut them all down, throw them on the street. And that's what they did. All those fucking mental patients were on the street. And that's why most of the people on the street are mentally ill.
When you
And it
say
sucks.
Geraldo, you have to put the biggest tag on his name, the bastion of journalism, Geraldo. Or
He used to be a halfway decent one.
Yeah, I open empty safes, Geraldo.
I was fixing to say that's what ruined his career right there.
Geraldo, the minute
Yeah.
he started going into exploitation, he had his TV show and that fucking Al Capone safe thing. That destroyed
Al
his
Capone's
career.
vaults. Yep.
He had a very good, respected career up to that point. And then after that, I lost all respect for him. I lost respect on his fucking Geraldo show. And when he goes off on hyperbole, just fucking annoys me. It's like, you cannot back up one single thing you just said.
Which one was it that he got his nose busted on? Was it the Aryan
That
Nation
was his
one?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was when he had that mixed group of,
Yep.
He had Yahtzees, KKK, and people of color.
Yeah, and that one guy got up and he was tired of listening to the bullshit, and he grabbed that one guy by the lapel and he was like, "I'm going to take you out."
And he
dude."
got hit in the face with a chair.
I remember that now. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Geraldo tried to break it up, and he took a chair right to the fucking face, broke
Yep.
his fucking nose.
Yep.
Live on camera. It was great. That's entertainment right there, man. But his career was over. As a legit journalist, it was over. Because he used to do like news programs from 60 minutes to 48 hours, do coverage. And his coverage of Beirut was some of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, he was under fire and he fucking ran out and dragged the guy to safety. And it just so happens to get caught on camera. It wasn't he didn't doing it for camera. He did it because the guy got shot right in front of him.
Yeah.
And he ran out, grabbed him, and pulled him back.
Once he
I don't think
he
find that. I think it was just pure reaction on his part. Like, oh shit, and grab that guy. To the security when the racist skinheads and anti-racist skinheads were fighting each other. Oh, that fucking was nuts. And it's funny because they used to call what is the other guy? Jerry Springer. They used to call the waiting room the zoo.
Yeah.
And that was also what we paramedics called Harborview Hospital. We called
Wow.
it the zoo because of all the fucking wackadoodles going on there. And I told you we got caught in the middle of a fucking gunfight in the middle of the ER. Well, one part of the ER, not the whole ER. So, hi, Penny. Under fire while doing this. Yeah, look, man, I lost so much respect for that guy. He's so full of shit. And I couldn't believe that he and what's his name, Bill O'Reilly, were friends. I'm like, how can you be friends with that guy? He's a fucking inveterate liar. He's been busted for it. And then he tries to go up against Gutfeld, and Gutfeld, like his name, guts him, just guts him, eviscerates him. And in the long run, he kicked his ass verbally. And I used to not like Gutfeld. And do you guys know why? Because you'll be interested to find out why.
Do tell, Gary. Do tell.
He made fun of comic and sci-fi nerds.
Whoa.
On his
Okay.
show multiple times. And I tagged him one time, long time ago, like a few years ago. And fuck, man, I said, man, you've got a lot of nerd fans and you alienate them every time you make fun of us.
Right.
We're not stupid, you asshole. That's why we're geeks.
Yeah, we're kind of brainiacs.
Well, geeks are. Nerds are Krellborns, they're into something. Geeks, on the other hand, are nerds that are also smart. And I've always said, not all nerds are geeks, but all geeks are nerds. It's true one way, but not the other. And it's weird. So but getting back to this.
Witness, Amish.
I just said that. I just said, I don't need you to redirect me, mister. I know how to self-redirect.
Yeah, it's your job to derail, Mephisto.
Yeah, Paulie seems to think I own the show for some reason. I don't know.
That's because we love having you on so much.
I love Paulie, man.
I do too, man. Look, he dismissed me the other day in such a way that normally would piss me off, but I love him so much that it's just like one of my cousins. And, one of my cousins just being snide with me just for the shits and giggles of it. And I just go, let it go, Gary. Just let it go. You love this guy. You know you do. And I do.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I don't mind being scolded every once in a while when I get out of hand. And I do get out of hand.
He is one. He likes to dull out the scoldings. And he was going at you that one day. I was like, holy shit, man. He's a friend, man. Lighten up.
It's so good.
Hey, we got, who is this?
It's so weird. The one scene I hated in Superman that everybody else hated except for him.
Oh, which part was that? Which was that?
The part where Superman gets annoyed with Lois. I haven't seen anybody love that scene that actually loved the movie. So of the people who love the movie,
I'm the other one then.
I like that. I don't want to say I love that scene, but I like his reaction to her. I loved the passion and anger he lets out there in that scene.
all right.
Are we talking about the right scene? Am I talking about the right scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only that, I like how he at the end you see a moment of self-consciousness, saying this is not going to work, not for him, because she knows she's a difficult person.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the end scene. I'm talking about the beginning where he comes home.
Yeah, the interview.
Her,
and does the interview. That's the scene I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I like that scene.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I like it because I understand him. I've had that happen to me.
That's a real human couple.
Where I liked that he defended himself, and then he fucking lets loose. People were going to fucking die. Like, what are you talking about? You're talking politics, and I'm talking life. And
so anyway,
I've yelled like that at people.
Yes,
and
but you're
I'm
not
like
Superman.
No, but I've done things in my life that you guys don't know about. And I've gotten put into situations where somebody judged me that way, and it fucking made me angry. I'm like, you weren't there. You didn't do anything. People were in danger. You know, I totally liked the way he did that. I didn't like what she was doing because she was being kind of a snotty fucking reporter, not considering any thought or feeling in it.
That's
she
what
had
she
no
was
feeling.
doing, just to see how he'd react. That's what
She was pushing his buttons.
Yeah,
she was being Lois Lane. That's how Lois Lane's supposed to be. Pushy. She was at that moment in time. I'll give it just to her, or at least who wrote this, whatever, James Gunn, right?
Yeah, that's Gunn.
She was Terry Hatcher as Lois Lane in that scene. Right.
And don't get me wrong, I had no trouble with her as Lois Lane. I liked her performance in the film. And but anyway, let's get back to this because I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. And I've asked twice. Anybody?
Who?
This name on the screen right now. I don't know.
Beranovice, I would say.
Yeah. What?
Thank you.
Beranovice.
Yeah.
Beranovice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say Bear. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, Bear.
All right. What's up, Bear? That's all I'm going to call you because I'm not going to call you that.
Congrats, you got a nickname now. Welcome.
Keely Chow. Connie Cleary is here. What's up, Connie?
Hello, Connie.
See, he liked the way you said it. There you go. Beranovice. All right. Vichy. Gambit says.
No, that's not it.
Vichy is not something I would want to say in Europe.
No.
Because it references.
I know people with names ending that way, and they
different.
all say Vichy.
Vichy. So it'd be, yeah, okay. I dig. All right. Moving ahead with this. Let's see for a Belarusian name. Okay. Let's see. Are you from Belarus?
Or Poland?
Or are you from Poland? I'm not going to assume. I'm asking.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Witness, and we actually took a lot of time for this. Anima and I did because she really loved this movie, and it's one of those films that I went out and I bought the book for seeing the movie. I wish I hadn't, and it was really the beginning of the end of me buying books before the movie came out because I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't know that. Oh, but it was actually adapted by one of the screenwriters as a novel. And I've always been sad that they didn't do more books because he is an interesting character as a cop. And I thought you've got a strong lead character that probably had a long career, and you're not going to write any more stories of things he's had to deal with during his crime fighting there in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. Where was it? Philadelphia. Hey, man, you're welcome here anytime, brother, sister. I don't know what you are.
Right.
Sibling.
Don't assume. Danger.
Say sibling.
Yeah, what's up, sibling?
Right.
I think sibling means joining the panel, not joining in chat, but we're not doing open panel like that.
Oh, yeah, we don't. I've got to get to know you before you can come on as a panelist. Wait, I'll tell you. I have to be friends with you, and I've got to hang out with you and make sure that I don't have one of those moments like, oh shit, he's not passionate about this. He's insane.
Not just you, all of us. We need to see if the chemistry works.
Oh,
hey,
that means I need to go.
No, you stay, man.
No, guys.
We have great. You have
like
great
a
chemistry
brother.
with all of us. Yeah.
Hi, Zax.
This is a little. Zax is another one. I've got great chemistry with that guy.
But he's too
great
cool
with
to
all
hang
of us.
out with us.
Okay.
He's too cool for school.
Here we go for sex.
Mom. He was running from something, sir. And then he crashed into a DUI checkpoint, committed 10 felonies, and not to mention FUing a room full of cops.
You FU me all the time.
Fuck you, Kyle!
By the way, I know I am not the only one that heard Martin say, this one's for sex.
Yes, it's time for sex.
That's what it sounded
That's-
like, Martin.
That's what I heard.
You
You
can
dirty
never
little
prove
Mexican.
intention. You can never prove intention.
I'm like, holy shit, Martin, you really sound like you said sex and not Zach. So,
But definitely not with Aquafina. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the moaning?
yeah.
It'd be like it'd be like
Yeah,
one
then
of those
after 5
Massachusetts
minutes-
girls in Ted, right? Hada.
Yeah. After 5 minutes of that, then you hear her say, "Now it's my turn," and that's when you get scared.
Look what
She was
Snort
good
has
in
to
that
say.
movie. I hate her in everything else. I really do. I loathe her as an actor. I don't think she's funny, but goddamn it, she was good in that. Gary can't open a panel. I got that.
He knows it.
We don't want to know where he lost it.
Absolutely. So here we go. Let's get into this. Development began with Edward S. Feldman. He had the first look development deal with 20th Century Fox, and this was one of the scripts that came across his desk. And so it was originally titled, as I recall, called Home. Called Home, yeah, because that references to the fact that when somebody dies, you're called home
Yes.
in the Amish community. And
But really the Christian community. Really.
but
Yeah.
the other problem that he had, the first problem was it was a 182-page script. And if you know anything about the rule of screenplays, it is a minute for every page of script.
Oh,
So
my
that's
goodness.
182 fucking minutes.
3
And
hours.
you can't
movie.
make that
No.
movie. And it's basically like a 3-hour screenplay. So this screenplay had been circulating through Hollywood for several years, okay? And it began with the idea by novelist Pamela Wallace for a novel about an Amish woman who herself witnessed a murder in Los Angeles. Earl W. Wallace, who wrote the television western How the West Was Won, and we're talking about the version with what's his name from Gunsmoke?
Robert Duvall?
James Arness?
No, James Arness. James Arness is How the West Was Won. And he recalled in one of the episodes with a similar plot, and he contacted its writer, William Kelly. So Kelly reworked the plot from the show from a script that he had written in 1972 episode of Gunsmoke. And Earl Wallace and Kelly wrote the screenplay together. So it was inspired by several things, all of them Westerns. Which is, if you watch this movie, this is a modern Western.
Look who was here before becoming a terrorist.
Well, I got to tell you something. There are a lot of actors that got their first starts in this movie. And one of them being Goodenough. This is his first major role in a film. And of course, the other one would go on to play a major character in The Lord of the Rings. Anybody want to guess?
I don't know. Andy
I haven't
Serkis?
seen it in so
It
long.
took me a
can't
while, but
remember
I
it.
guessed it.
All right,
I
you
don't know.
give the answer, Anima.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah,
Oh,
Viggo.
right.
took me so
Viggo,
long.
yeah.
Right, he is
I
in this
knew-
movie. I forgot
I knew
about
the
that.
guy. I knew the guy, but something was different. And what I do when that happens is I change stuff like hair color, length of hair, and the length of hair did it for him. When I pictured him with long hair, it was like, bam, that's him.
So Viggo actually was doing a play had been offered a role on Broadway. And for some reason, he chose to turn it down for this, and he never looked back. He had such a great experience making this movie. And a lot of people that worked on this film stated it was a lot of fun making this movie. This is what movie making's supposed to be like. Now, the story opens because Rachel's husband has died. And clearly, Alexander Godunov's character has designs to help her and marry her and help raise her son Samuel, played by a young Lucas Haas. And Lucas is just a wide-eyed doe of a boy. He's so adorable. And by the way, anybody who has ever ridden behind these guys knows how frustrating this can be.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not
Can I
gonna-
answer
they're not
Gavin's
going to
question
speed up
real
or get
quick?
out of the way. Nope.
They're not going to move out of the way.
Nope.
They may
Just
not
to
be
answer Gavin's-
proud. They may not be proud, but they're fucking
Yeah.
annoying. They are
To
in
answer
your
Gavin's
face.
question, the Amish were willing to help, but they didn't want to appear in the movie. So the guys
Yeah.
you see in the movie are mostly Mennonite extras.
Mennonites or also what we have here. We have Amish and we have I forgot their names. They said it to you the other day.
Jewish?
No, we've got Jews here. We have a synagogue. We actually, I was at Walmart one night and I saw this Amish dude. And then I'm like, what is he doing in Walmart? And then I looked down and he's wearing fucking Nike shoes. And it's that light Amish group. I forget, the Mennonites. It's a part of it. So, hey,
Maybe he
Look
was
at
on
that.
a Rumspringer.
Brunsrus.
Rumspringer.
Brunsrus. No, I'm saying his name, Brunsrus. There you go.
It's
You may pull a
Bruins
muscle
rules.
pronouncing some of these names, bro.
So I don't know. Bruins
He's a
rules.
Bruins fan.
Looks like a German name. It's because of Anima. She's attracting that Northern European audience.
Probably Irish.
While I am bang on Middle European. Fuck you.
So I want to get into some of these actors real quick here. First of all, that gentleman playing her father-in-law is such a great freaking actor. And you'll find him, he's a character actor, and he's in so many fucking other movies. And bit parts. His name is Jan Rubis. And he's always plays usually a German or a Russian. The other German actor in this film, you would have no idea is from Germany because he has no accent at all, is a gentleman by the name of Josef Sommer, who's in so many fucking movies, man.
I knew he was German when I heard his name.
Yeah, Josef Sommer.
He has no accent because he
yeah.
was brought up in America.
Yeah,
He was born in Germany and
from
raised in
Baston. Are you from Baston?
What?
Did you have a heart attack in the backyard? Oh, I'm just making jokes and nobody's hearing them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear.
Yeah,
dude.
I hear them, and
I was
I
about to
heard
report.
everything.
and I'm just here saying, "Oh no, oh no, oh no."
You had a
I
heart
told you
attack
he's
in the
Irish.
backyard. Yeah.
Nobody in Boston pronounced their R's at all.
I've just seen a whole trial where people don't pronounce their
He
R's.
loves it.
Holy shit.
Wicked. It's totally fucking wicked.
Wicked hard. It's wicked hard
Wicked
slap
hard.
shot.
So I actually got to tell you, I like the Bruins. Good team.
Yeah, they are. They're tough.
So Goodenough does a massively good job in this. And this guy was a ballet dancer and he escaped to the U.S. Like the other Russian one. I forgot his name. Both of them turned to film.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, he drank himself to death. Goodenough. He was a haunted
drinking
dude.
themselves to death? What?
The other actor is still alive today. I forget his name. Brezhnev, something like that.
Brezhnikov?
Brezhnikov.
Yeah.
He's still alive. Whereas this young man, he died in the 90s, man. Fucking cirrhosis.
It's because John McClane cooked him and ate him.
That's right.
Yeah.
He cooked him and then he ate him.
And killed his brother.
Brother?
Actually, he didn't kill him.
Yes, it was Al who killed him.
It was Al that killed him.
It was Al.
That's right.
I love this scene, but I laughed inside. I didn't want to laugh out loud. When he sticks his nose up against the glass of the window looking out at this balloon. And all you could hear is Anima going, oh, ooh, oh,
Gross.
oh, no,
It's
no.
Oh,
You want to get your face near that glass. And
dude, when I saw the
people
kid,
touch
the
that.
first thing I thought was, "Hey, that's a kid of the Lady in White."
It is. That's another film he's in. He's also the lesser loved son in Mars Attacks.
Yes.
The hero. He's really the hero of the
Yeah.
film. And I like him. Lucas Haas is a good actor, and I've enjoyed everything he's ever been in. And the funny thing is, my dad used to comment on him going, "Oh my God, Gary, he looks just like you when you were a kid." And it's true. Just
Yeah,
big
I've seen those pictures. Yeah,
you see
he was
pictures
right.
when he was a kid, it's like, holy shit, he really does.
You were thin once?
I was
Oh,
scrawny as fuck.
Yeah, he was.
Me too.
I think we all have
I-
those memories.
I
of
weighed
being
less.
thinner.
I weighed less than Michael Jackson when he was 55.
Now, I will tell you that he's having a Rumspringer right here. He is like, just like, he is like seeing the
And he
world
was
for
the
the
show
first
one, yeah.
time. And he's like, he's fascinated with the water fountain. What is that, mama? You know, was ist los, mama? And he goes over, he's playing with it, and then sees other people walk around, and she's like, don't go too far, Samuel. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna wander off now. And he's just fucking just amazed by everything. And I love this scene. And it's just something.
He's doing well with the German.
Well, you know
because
something that Peter
there's
Weir
some
always
really clumsy German in there and some really good German. Like the priest in the beginning, holy shit, he speaks like people used to speak in Austria like 100 years ago. Beautiful.
I saw an interview with Peter Weir once, and he said one of his favorite subjects was taking people out of their element and putting them someplace new that they've never been before. And you get both sides of the coin in this. You got the kid checking out the world for the first time he's never seen before, all this tech he's never seen. At the same time, later on in the movie, you get that out of Harrison Ford when he gets thrown out of his own century into, a place without, almost without electricity. You know what I mean?
And here's the best part: both characters are tempted with the new world they are seeing.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he did this one with Harrison Ford, and then he did another one called Mosquito Coast that's really good, and it's the same kind of theme. It's taking people out of their element and putting them somewhere where just to see how they react to it. It's good stuff.
So
I love
just
Peter
to let
Weir's
you know with
directing.
Lucas Haas that he's got a Texas-born mother, but his daddy was from Germany, and this is why he speaks good German in this, is because he was raised in a bilingual home where they spoke German as well as English. I love this image of him looking up at these angels, and he's just like, just so in awe of this, because they don't have idolatry there in the Amish community. They don't have images like this. And it's also a Western slasher, Fred. But it has a crime aspect to it. It has a romance aspect of it. But it's done in a way that feels like this could have easily been a Western.
Or an Eastern.
Oh my God.
You would have definitely seen it as a Western if they had used an orchestra for the music.
That's all you get from me. I'm just going to sip some drink on that one.
Read this one. I love that joke.
Oh, Mosquito Coast really bugged me. That's a good one. By the way, this dude back in the 80s looked so much like my buddy Charlie back in the day. I was like, holy crap, dude. You can be related to that guy, Charlie.
You done Mosquito Bay? It's with
Mosquito Coast?
Phoenix.
No.
Mosquito Coast, sorry.
Film.
Mosquito Bay.
I like
Why
the
did I
film.
say Mosquito Bay? Never mind.
I don't know. Yeah,
But
Mosquito Coast is a film I'd like to do, but haven't done.
I think it flopped back in the day, right?
It did.
It was a box office.
It's a
bomb.
good book, though.
Yeah.
It's a good book, and I thought they did a faithful adaptation. They changed the ending just slightly because thematically in the story, it made more sense for them to be floating downstream. When they actually, in the book, it ended with them going upstream. This is Danny Glover, or as I like to say, this is Raj before a Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
He was not a nice
Raj
guy.
as a bad guy. He's a bad guy in this movie.
Yeah, he played villains in 2 films close together. He did this one in The Color Purple. He plays the abusive husband of Whoopi Goldberg's character.
He also plays a villain in Maverick.
Yeah,
but
a
not
bank
really.
robber.
Wait,
A bank robber.
He robbed.
I know
bank.
he's in the film. Yeah, he robbed the bank. He's not a bad
Yeah.
guy. Because they look at each other like,
Yeah.
do I know you?
And
You look so
they're
familiar.
like, nah. But you can
Nah.
hear the
Yes.
saxophone for a
Yes.
split second, and you're like, oh, I love you, Richard Donner. I love you very much.
Yeah, Dave Sanborn's saxophone. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Now, the funny part here is I did not think he would even try to lock that door because I'm like, they'll hear you. I was like, oh, please don't lock that door. Please don't lock that door. But he does, and it slows them down enough so that when the guy kicks the door in, he's able to move to the other one. And he pulls a fucking Indiana Jones because his hat gets knocked off, and then you see him reach to grab the hat just like Indiana Jones did. Like twice, I think. He did it in Temple of Doom and Raiders. And he's smart enough to stand on the toilet. Clever little kid. And it took them days to get this shot. And I'm going to pause it here just so I can explain what happened here, because the director did not want to traumatize this boy, Peter Weir. And so he did not want him to see what they were doing. And all the kid had to look at was a piece of tape. And he wasn't getting the performance out of him. And after a couple of days of just not getting it, he finally says, look, I want you to think about the most traumatic, painful thing that's ever happened to you, the scariest thing. And remember that and act thinking about that. And boy, oh boy, did that fucking work in this scene. The look of terror in his eyes is so convincing. This little kid, man.
Was he also invited to a 3 a.m. casting call with Harvey Weinstein in a hotel?
Oh boy.
Why, man? Why?
What?
Wait a minute. I was just asking a question.
Hey, Penguin in the house.
Yes.
Low Spec Linux is here.
Low Spec. You and I need to talk.
buddy?
Check your Discord. I'm needing help with my new streaming software. And he is the man. If you're not watching Low Spec late at night, he just plays some great games. He really does.
So I want to get back to what I was talking about earlier, because I was really going the development of this fucking thing. So the dude that had written the 1972 episode of Gunsmoke was brought in to work on the script with him. So Feldman liked the concept, but felt too much of the script was devoted to the Amish traditions, diluting the thriller aspects of the story. So he offered Kelly and Wallace $25,000 for a 1-year option and 1 rewrite, and an additional $225,000 if the film actually got made. They submitted the revised screenplay in less than 6 weeks, and Feldman delivered it to Fox. That's 20th Century Fox. Joe Wiseman, from the studio's head of productions at the time, rejected it with the statement that Fox did not make rural movies. It's like, what?
Did
What?
not make what movies?
Rural.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a good thing it didn't
Farm
call
community movies.
provincial.
I fucking hate the word rural. Rural sounds like it was a word made up by somebody who didn't know how to talk. Rural.
Rural.
So
I say sounds better in Spanish.
Blame the English too.
So in a very smart move, Feldman sent the screenplay directly to Harrison Ford's agent, who contacted the producer 4 days later and advised him his client was willing to commit to the film. Certain that the attachment of a major star would change Weisen's mind, Feldman approached him once again, and Weisen insisted that as such as the studio liked Harrison Ford, they still were not interested in making a rural movie. So Feldman sent the screenplay then to Paramount. and they absolutely loved it. And thing is, though, Feldman's first choice for director was Peter Weir, but he was involved in pre-production work for another film called Mosquito Coast and passed on the project. We just talked about this. And it went to John Badham, but John Badham dismissed it as just another cop movie. And others Feldman approached either were committed to other projects or had zero interest in making it. Then, as financial backing for the Mosquito Coast fell through, Weir became free to direct Witness, which was his first American movie. Starting that the film immediately was imperative because the Directors Guild of America strike was looming on the horizon. David Cronenberg was even offered the role of director, but he also declined as he was not a fan of the Amish. So then you get into the casting. So Lynn Littman had originally been in talks to direct the film, and though she ultimately did not, she recommended Lucas Haas for the part of Samuel because she had recently worked with him on her film Testament. The role of Rachel was the most difficult to cast, and after Weir grew frustrated with all the auditions, he had just sat through so many auditions, and he asked the casting director to look for some actors in Italy because he thought they would be more womanly. As they were reviewing audition tapes from Italy, Kelly McGillis came to an audition, and the moment she put on the bonnet and spoke a few lines, Weir knew she was the one. The casting director recommended her old friend Alexander Gutenov, who had never acted before, but she thought that his personality would be perfect for that character. And what's his character's name? Leitner? His last name is Leitner. I can't remember what his first name is. Sounds like an action hero.
By the way,
Carl?
No. By the way, we have 6 in the chat with a super sticker for $10. It's a superhero flying beer, I think.
It's a what?
It's a fruit flying as a superhero with cape and everything.
You mean pear?
Oh,
Pear.
okay.
Okay. Thank you. Pear. What
You
would I
said
do?
pear.
Fruit. I was trying to figure out what were you saying. Fruit. Could be a gay guy.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. So Goodenough was in, and Harrison Ford was the first one cast. Then you've got the kid Lucas Haas, and then came Kelly McGillis, and right after her, Alexander Goodenough. Viggo Mortensen was cast because Weir thought he had the right face for the part of an Amish man. Mortensen had just started his acting career, so this was his first film acting role, and he had to turn down another role I was talking about in Shakespeare's in the Parks production of Henry V. He credited that decision and the very positive experience making this film to starting his movie career and never looking back. He just loved it.
Thank
Pre-production. God. Yeah, because great fucking actor. He really is.
He is. Love him.
Now, we want to thank you, Six, for that wonderful gift. And for that, you get some of Gary's sausage.
And now a word from our sponsor, Gary's Wholesale Sausage Emporium. Are retail hot dog prices making you crazy? Come on down to Gary's for all your discount dog needs. Was this really the best we could do?
Blue Apron passed.
Okay. Let's get vulnerable, Langley. Let's get sexy. First caller gets 11 feet of Gary's signature summer sausage.
11 feet, man. And that's not metric feet either. So during the weeks before filming, Ford spent time with the homicide department in Philadelphia. And, he's researching for his character. It's the best thing to do is hang out with cops, do ride-alongs. Something that they've made movies about because they're funny.
Yeah.
I love Ride Along.
I think that's a hilarious movie. McGillis did research by moving in with an Amish family for an entire month. She learned everything from milking cows to learning how to develop the specific Pennsylvania Dutch German dialect, it's very good. Weir and cinematographer John Seal went on a trip to Philadelphia Museum of Art, which was running an exhibition of 17th century Dutch masters, where Weir drew attention to the paintings of Johann Vermeer, one of my favorite artists, which were used as inspiration for the lighting and composition of many of the shots used in this film. What other famous movie used Vermeer as the basic planning for all the lighting in the film?
I think I know, but I forgot.
The Duelist.
No, close though, but no. Right director though.
The Illusionist.
No, wrong director. He had it right with The Duelists. Right director, wrong movie. Ridley Scott.
I don't know, man.
Have any? Blade Runner.
Oh, God damn it. I knew it was something like famous.
Look, he's always going to default to Blade Runner.
I didn't want to say
I can't
Alien
help it.
because I didn't want to say Alien because it's so weird to have a Vermeer.
Yeah, I used no Vermeer lighting
what
in that.
Vermeer do I know looks like a Geiger horror show? None.
What I love, because you'll see it like one of the main ones you see on camera isn't in the scene. It is a photograph of Rutger Hauer's character with his head down on a table. It's a photo of him with his head on his fist. And you see the lighting in the room on the wall behind him. And that was an absolute ripoff of Vermeer. So, yeah, Vermeer inspired Ridley Scott for the lighting in Blade Runner. So anyway, scenes where John Book is recovering from his gunshot wound at Rachel's house, all of that was lit to look like a Vermeer painting. So principal photography took place between April 27th of 84 and ended in June of 84. The film was shot on location in Philadelphia and the city and town of Intercourse. It's really what the name of the fucking town, I'm sorry. And Lancaster and Strasbourg.
Well, they do a lot of breeding there.
Yeah, it's just like Intercourse is the name of the fucking town, I swear to God.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, it's like we got
minute.
a town here in Missouri named Licking. I shit you not. There's a town in Missouri named Licking.
The greatest basketball player that's ever lived is from French Lick, Indiana.
So and they're French Lick, fucked up names that people have given to towns, man. I'm serious.
Wasn't the greatest, one of the greatest.
I know.
So anyway, has a village named Fucking.
Fucking, like, yeah, there you go.
That sign gets stolen all the time. People steal that sign all the time.
Parkersburg is another town what they shot in. The local Amish were willing to work as carpenters, to work on the film, as long as they weren't on camera, because it's not that they're shy, it goes against their beliefs. And the extras that were used in the film were Mennonites, who are Amish-like. Halfway through filming, the title was changed from Called Home to Witness at the behest of Paramount's marketing department, which felt the original title, I got to tell you, that would confuse people. A movie called Called Home. That's a weird title.
Yeah.
Witness makes sense. And it plays on so many levels too, because the kid is a witness. And the entire fucking Amish village become witnesses by the end.
Yes, they do.
And I think that's beautiful the way that plays out.
It does. It's very cool.
So during the setup of the rehearsal for each scene, as well as during dailies, Weir would play music to help set the mood, with the idea of preventing the actors from thinking too much and let them listen to their own instincts. The barn raising scene was only a short paragraph in the script, but Weir thought it was important to highlight that aspect of Amish community life. They shot the scene in a full day and, in fact, built the barn in one day, albeit with the aid of cranes off camera that you couldn't see. Because, like I said, they weren't Amish, they were Mennonites, the extras. But again, something interesting happened in the making of the film is that Harrison Ford is a master carpenter, and he did a lot of the carpentry scene in the film, and he liked doing it. He got to show the other thing that he was good at, is carpentry. And the toy that Lucas Haas plays with in the movie, Harrison Ford actually made.
Yeah,
That little puzzle.
now isn't the story, correct me if I'm wrong, Gary? Isn't the story that he had worked with Lucas a couple of times? He had done it on American Graffiti, and he was also a carpenter working.
He was a carpenter. He did Giorgio Mendez's recording studios, one of the most expensive recording studios built in Los Angeles.
Right, but
Orange
the
County.
reason why I'm
And through that, I'm just trying to give you the through line. I'm giving you the through line. And through working on this, he ended up doing some work for a guy named Fred Roos. And Fred Roos is George Lucas's casting director. And because of his relationship, he got Harrison Ford a really good paying gig, because he was making his living off of carpentry, not really getting much work, but Fred Roos wanted to help him. So he got him work with Francis Ford Coppola. And he was the homosexual villainous manager in the movie The Conversation with Gene Hackman.
Mm-hmm.
And that got him a seat at the table for American Graffiti. And the problem is that he and Lucas were getting along at this point. They were very friendly with each other. And Ford cunningly got himself in the reading of scenes by being a reader. He was going to read to the other actors. But
and he used him. He didn't have a third for Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill
because he didn't want to use Harrison Ford. He said, "I don't want to use anybody I've worked with. I want this fresh crew." But Harrison Ford read with Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, and their chemistry was so fucking good. Harrison Ford's a clever dude. Ernie did the same thing with Full Metal Jacket, weaseling his way in there. And I say weaseling, really, it is weaseling. But he
being opportunistic is what it's being.
Yes. It's opportunistic and getting yourself in there to where the director can't see anybody else but you. That's the idea. Mm-hmm. And Ernie did the same thing. Harrison Ford did it, and after that, George Lucas like I couldn't see anybody else. But then he didn't want him for Indiana Jones either, for the same fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
And Spielberg, if Tom Selleck hadn't got screwed over by the network, he would have been Indiana Jones. And I don't know if the film would have been as big. I hope it would have been, but I don't know. You don't know. It's an unknown factor.
Right.
But, it's still so cool to find out that Harrison Ford still found it in through Spielberg. Spielberg's the one that pushed him to play the part of Indy. And,
and the Dreyfus campaign to be in...
Dreyfus constantly campaigning to be in stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. Dreyfus, sharp dude, weird as fucked up, but he's sharp. But yeah, he's fucking weird. You anybody see that interview with him and that fucking comedian that does that one-on-one liberal guy? I can't think of his name right now. Big nose.
Zach Galifianakis?
No. He's Jewish actor comedian.
That narrows it
politically
down
incorrect.
To,
politically
about
incorrect.
1,000.
Politically Incorrect was one of his shows. Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
I don't need you. I got it.
Yeah. As soon as you said politically incorrect, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
So Bill Maher was interviewing Richard Dreyfuss, and during his interview, Richard Dreyfuss ended up like all the way out of the chair with his ass on the floor and his arms and his head up, still in the chair. It's the most bizarre fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So here we got a guy, by the way, he's kind of their version of a doctor that's looking at John Book, who's been shot. He's got a through and through. The only thing you got to worry about with even a through and through is if there's any fabric from the shirt. So what you begin doing is looking at the fabric, making sure all the fabric is there and that nothing may have gone inside the wound from the shirt, because that'll kill you. It will fucking kill you, deader than shit. I don't know. See, I'm not sure about that, Bruin, because Selleck was very beloved. And the movie is so good, I don't know. But I don't think he would have had the great lines that Harrison Ford came up with that made the movie so good. because those only came from Ford, not from Spielberg or Lucas or the Kasdan script.
I mean, he might have not gotten stomach flu and had to wrestle that guy with the big sword.
Oh, don't call it the flu. Call it what it is. Dysentery. He got dysentery. And he was shitting his guts out and puking.
He got the worst
He did
case.
get sick on this movie. The last
Ford?
scene with him and Rachel had 10 pages of dialogue, but he was sick by the time, so they had to cut the whole scene out.
Well, they also
sick of Kelly McGillis.
Oh,
I will say this, that the director made a conscious decision too, that he felt that all that dialogue was unnecessary, that these two should be able to act out that dialogue without saying it. And you get everything. You get everything in their eyes that needed to be said.
He also let them improvise in the scene in the garage when they danced to the music.
They're giggling, having a fun time.
That makes so good. It's just, it feels real because it was.
A mediocre Western? I don't think so, Bruin.
We love that.
That's a much loved film. What, Martin?
No, that Quigley Down Under, that movie's awesome.
It's great. It's a very beloved movie. Mediocre. It's like, oh my God.
He's trolling.
Now,
hyperbole much?
Wait. When he said this, I immediately thought about Quigley Down Under because it's a very good movie that not everybody knows.
I think the problem with him as Indy, wouldn't have been that he wouldn't have done his job. It wouldn't have been fun, but a lot of things would be missing that made that movie so magical because Harrison Ford brought some of those things with him that wouldn't have been there in the Selleck film. And I think that's what it is.
Well, no, Bruins really doesn't like the movie. Well, that's okay.
I feel sorry for him.
Everybody likes what they like.
That's right.
Everybody has a shitty girlfriend.
That's right too.
Like one time or another, it's true. And the dialogue century. There you go, Keely. I like that one. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Quavi. I still, because when somebody calls me Jagari, the first thing I think about is Quavi, because he's the one who started calling it out.
When I think about it, I haven't talked to Klobby a lot, but I've seen a lot of shows with him. I don't think he would like the new Fantastic Four.
Oh, I suspect he'd be right in league with Keith on that one. Yeah, I don't think so either.
He's too much of a comic book purist, I think.
Yeah, and when you go to, if you listen to what Keith has to say, and I read those comics, I own those comics, but I'm not that kind of purist. I'm okay if you mix and match things, as long as you make it make sense, and as long as it makes sense within the story you're telling. And everything in Fantastic Four was okay with me because structurally it all made sense. I didn't like the idea of a female surfer, but when you see it, what's going on in the story, it makes sense because you have to get that cross identification between her and Sue Storm.
Yeah,
and you
the
have
motherhood
to have
thing.
one character for Johnny Storm to be going after.
Yeah. It's the motherhood thing. But people kind of overlook the fact that, and you put a label on it and saying it's woke and it's not family oriented, where it's all about family.
It is. I don't agree with that at all. Yeah, that's a bad assessment. Because I'm very anti-woke, and I'm like, no, that movie has elements in it of wokeness, but it's not so heavy-handed. Now, if they'd left some of the stuff in that they cut out, I would have had a problem.
Yeah,
but they took them out. They took that stuff out, and I'm like, thank you.
It only like Vin Diesel saying family. It's the only thing,
right? All this message.
Or Vin Diesel saying family as Groot by saying Groot.
Yeah, like Groot.
Which also means family.
It is the MCU after all.
They decided to come see you for themselves. I love this. There, look at that lighting. That's pure Vermeer right there. I love that side lighting. So this is, I love the town fucking veterinarian is what he is. He's the guy that takes care of animals and helps the women with babies. And he's not a fucking surgeon. If not for him, the book probably would have died.
Right.
By the way, there's another joke that connects this movie with another movie, again, Blade Runner, which is the line where he says, "Now that's a great cup of coffee." And because he did the same thing on the set of Blade Runner for a scene, and it's not on camera. It was done as a joke in between scenes, and nobody got it. And he went and put it into this movie. I thought that was funny. He put that in this movie, and again, most people didn't fucking understand it. I knew it because I've seen those commercials, and I do believe that was Nescafe.
Yeah, it was Nescafe back in the day. Back in the day.
I love when she tells him, we are very glad you didn't die. And there's a little smile on his face. And then she continues, because we wouldn't have known what to do with your body. And his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hurt.
A great move.
It would have been a pain in the ass if you died. Thank you.
I love this scene because he gets after him for getting into the drawer and grabbing his gun. He says, it's not that I just don't want you to get hurt. So it's not safe right now. So he takes the bullet. See, now it's safe. He can handle it. And so the kid's touching it and everything. She walks into the room and he tries to grab it from the kid before she sees it. And then she turns and sees it. And they're both in trouble at that point.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
and
gun,
even though, yeah, it's a Smith & Wesson. Even though I don't agree with the Amish, I do kind of appreciate their religious sentiment of the unclean thing, the gun, the unclean thing. Mm-hmm. He says, that which you take into your hand, you take into your heart. By the way, Anima is listening to me quote this movie while we're watching it. Remember that? I love this movie so much. I've seen it so many times.
Oh, yeah.
I can quote lines from the movie.
Yeah, he did that all the time.
And here's his speech, this is the unclean thing. And the entire thing ends with him saying, that which you take into your hand, you take into your heart. And I'm like, God damn it, that's really great philosophy and great way to teach a kid something. But God damn it, why don't you fucking like guns? You've got animals you got to worry about all the time.
Because it is in the Ordnung, that is the codex they're living by, means order, that's German, that the gun of the hand is dirty. So they live by it.
Yeah.
They get their meat without going hunting.
Oh, wait, what is this?
For Bruin, you should watch Blade Runner at least once.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to watch one, don't watch the theatrical version. Don't watch the director's cut. Watch the final cut, which was executively produced by my friend, Charlie Deslarica. Gary Willoughby and I were heavily involved with that happening. In fact, I'm the one who introduced Charlie Deslarica to Drew Struzan to do the artwork for the special edition Blu-ray DVD cover. And absolutely very exciting doing it. Where'd Meth go?
Do not know.
It fell out completely. Oh, he's
coming back. There he is.
There he is.
I pressed the wrong button. I mean, I need to go anyway, but I pressed the wrong button. I didn't just want to leave.
You hit that red button, didn't you?
Yes, but the wrong one. I've got like 6-7 tabs open. I was trying to close them off before I go. But yeah. Anyway, I need to go to bed. And thanks. Always thank you for inviting me.
Good night, my friend.
I am going to sleep. Yes, jawohl.
Always great to have you. Good night.
All right. Sorry, not sorry for derailing the show.
No. You're always great.
I'm
You're
not sorry
great.
at all.
No.
But it was fun. Like, I watched this earlier today. I had a little bit of time. to watch.
Before
this.
you go,
So,
then give us your overall assessment of the film. I'll pause it here.
I like the story. I like where it's heading, and I like the sort of that double fish out of water kind of a thing.
Yeah, she's the fish out of water first, and then he is.
It's a little bit too slow for me. I remember it being the pacing for me was a bit of an issue. I don't know what it is. Lately, almost every film I touch, except for Red Heat, is like, oh shit, I don't like the pacing here and I don't like the pacing there. It's like a little bit too slow for me. But it's good. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Has a
Are you a fan of Peter Weir's work?
I probably am. I just don't. My memory when it comes to these movies is more like I would know what happened in the movie, who was there, and what was going on, but I don't remember the names of directors unless it's something that I've watched 17 million times.
Well, Peter Weir is on my top 20 list.
Remind me of movies that Peter Weir did.
Well, one, we talked about it a few minutes ago. He tried to make it and it fell apart. And so he made this movie. And because of his relationship with Harrison Ford, they made the movie together, Mosquito Coast.
Yeah. Yep. And I haven't watched that in a while, but I remember it being...
It's sluggish, but I like it.
Again, one of those movies where it's... You know, after you watch it, you kind of can tell why it flopped and it didn't quite connect with people. It's a very sort of movie lovers movie, I guess.
Well, I consider it a film that's loved by people who focus on story.
Yeah.
That only care about story. And that's one of those. By the way, Helen Mirren, that was the first time Ford and Helen Mirren worked together. Was in Mosquito Coast. She plays his wife.
Yeah.
She is, in my opinion, the single best actress that ever played Harrison Ford's wife in a movie.
That's
well, she did it in 1923 too.
Yep.
Anyway, I need to go to bed, and I you know what? Just for you, Peter Weir. Movies. He's Australian? I thought he was British.
No, he's Australian.
Of course. Truman Show and Dead Poet Society. Of course I love Peter Weir.
There you go.
There it is.
He also, his first movie, which I saw way before this movie, was called The Incident at Hanging Rock. And I was sold on him as a filmmaker right then and there. And then he made another Australian movie that I really liked back in, I think it was still in the 70s. It was called, give me a second to remember. Oh my God, help me. Well, I do know one thing. He made this weird film called The Cars That Ate Paris. I think was the name of the movie. And that is such a bizarre film. If you've never seen it, you've made a mistake. You have made a mistake. You need to watch that. But he did Picnic at Hanging Rock, which is a creepy movie. And then he did a movie that I really loved. I saw it with my dad, and I liked it. It's a bizarro sci-fi apocalyptic movie called The Last Wave that stars what's his name?
Too long ago, was it?
Richard Chamberlain. No, that's a different movie.
The Last Wave starring a tsunami.
The Last Wave.
Oh my God.
The Last Wave in 1977, shot in Australia, starring Richard Chamberlain. And I fucking love that movie. One of those bizarro films.
Good night.
Arrivederci, America. See you later, buddy. All right. I like this scene too. I like any of the scenes between Harrison Ford and this kid. It almost feels like this kid's not even acting. It just feels like he's just this kid.
He's just there.
He's so good. I like the previous scene where she is filling peaches in jars and putting the dates on the lids, and he gives her the bullets to store away and tells her, "Don't put them in the peaches."
which causes her to kind of smile.
Yeah.
I like that. I love his milking hat.
Oh man, yeah, right. The no brim hat. Yep.
Oh my God, when he learns to milk
Have you never had a teat in your hand?
and
Not this big.
And he laughed. He gets the joke and laughs and goes.
Yeah, then it's like, never mind, got it. I can do this now.
What's this, Genghis? What's this?
Hey, Genghis.
Hi, Genghis.
Cooler days and imaginative art to the PCM tribe.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you, Genghis. Oh, I like that movie. Yeah, Michael Apted did that one. Gorillas in the Mist, the good film. I think they were very fair with her because she was kind of a bitch. And I think that she plays the character kind of a bitch. And she got herself killed. And I think she got other people killed too by her actions. Good movie though. And it's horrific. Because I recall, I think they were macheted to death.
Oh
Yep.
God. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's
No way, man.
Woof.
What a horrific way to go.
Getting cleaved to death? Good Lord.
Hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hacked. Like,
Snorty.
Utterly ridiculous. All right, Snort. Here it is. This is the scene where he delivers the coffee. Like, I love him rolling across the room on that fucking chair. Nothing modern in that house except the office chair. That's different. This is where he holds up the cup of coffee. You know, that's a great cup of coffee. And they're like, and he goes, it's from a commercial. Like they would know. Yeah, that's why you only do one show a week. There, Snort.
No, he does more.
The thing I love about this character is there's a friendly rivalry with him.
Yes, he's very
but
friendly
you can,
with him.
It's at the beginning of the building of the house, that barn. I'm sorry, the building of the barn. He's all smiles, but by the end of that scene, he's no longer smiling at Harrison Ford
because he impresses them with the carpet.
Yeah, and he doesn't like that, and he doesn't like the connection he has with her. But I do like this when he puts his arm behind her. It's cute. And that, by the way, they were close friends in real life. Kelly McGillis
like
and
teenagers
her.
in a movie theater. Sorry, I have to stretch my arm a little.
Today's scriptwriter would have made him a heavy and had him trying to put Harrison Ford in situations that would get him killed and stuff like that. And yeah, this is a very cool character he plays. He obviously wants Kelly McGillis, but he's not.
And it's Leitner.
Yeah.
His last name is Leitner. What was his first name? Daniel Hochleitner. I fucking
obvious,
love that name.
Yeah, he wants that. He wants the girl, but he doesn't want to compromise his character for it. So
yep,
it's very cool. He's trying to win her on his merits, not by exposing.
I love that scene where Harrison Ford's walking around in his fucking high water pants.
Yeah,
picking up, starts to walk up towards the house, sees them, and goes, "Oh!" He doesn't know what to do with himself, so he just goes on walking down the road.
But when she sees him first in the high water pants, she bursts out laughing and can't stop. That was fun too. She eventually lets the pants out because apparently her husband was shorter.
Yeah, that's the story. That's at the heart of the story. He could not sleep with her because if he did, either she would have to leave with him or he would have to stay.
Right.
And that wouldn't work for either of them.
For either of them. And the movie ends beautifully with him driving away in his little piece of shit Volkswagen and driving by Hochleitner, who just does this, bends his head down a little bit, taps the brim of his hat, and goes on walking without looking at him.
Yep.
And you see John Book's car stop, and you're like, is he going to say something? He just sits there for a second, and then he drives on. And that's the end. Because he's like, you're out of our life. That's all Hochleitner cares about. He's gone.
I can get on with my life now.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier because he did several films, and he's really good in a lot of the stuff he's in, including Mars Attacks, which is not a favorite film of mine, but I do like him in that one. He's also in a favorite film of mine. It is my favorite ghost story to watch during Halloween season is Lady in White, directed by a friend of mine. And I think we're going to have him on again this year. It's been 2 years since he's been on.
Yes, we need him back.
Absolutely.
You okay, Joe?
Yeah, it's just when I screw up, I tend to squeal like a 12-year-old girl.
I thought you sneezed.
You know, it's really funny. Yeah, I grunt. I'll go,
right?
that.
I wouldn't
like
know. I never screw up.
Anyway,
oh, no,
but
not the ape. No.
Funniest thing that ever happened to me when I screwed up doing digital art, and Zoe was watching me when it happened. It made me mad that she got it. I'm sitting there drawing, and I'm drawing on my it's not the screen. I actually had a drawing pad, a bamboo drawing pad, and I'd be drawing on it, and then I went, oh crap! And you actually literally flip the pen over to the back of it, and you digitally erase. Okay, so I'm erasing what I just did, and then I began brushing my fucking bamboo tablet with my hand like I was trying to brush away rubber eraser shavings. I actually brushed and I went, oh man. And then I heard her giggle and I looked at her and I went, you little shit. She saw me do something stupid. Was that? It was entertaining Mars Attacks. What I liked was the odd attachment to the Topps card series. Quite a few of the classic Garbage Pail Kids. I used to collect those too.
Didn't we all?
Well, originally, Nicholson was going to play multiple characters, and it just ended up only doing two. The president and that real estate agent.
That's the end of the scene in the garage where they're dancing until Eli comes in. Now he lectures her about the Ordnung.
I've committed no sin. And he says, you will not be the one that judges you. It will be everyone else. And she doesn't like that. And she's like,
she's not taking it seriously.
But then she sees it when they do the barn raising and people begin talking. And even one of them says something to her.
And she realizes she's the talk of the village.
Mm-hmm.
No, they will. Yeah, the writing is just so fucking good, man. And this guy, you're like, why are you? He told you not to trust him. And there he is right in front of him. And this gets him killed. He gets murdered.
I think they torture him, and that's how they know where Harrison went.
Yeah, I don't think he would give that up voluntarily.
Yeah, they torture him.
He's a loyal friend.
And you can see he's scared shitless in that chair.
Yeah.
According to Michael J. Fox, it was while making this movie that his Parkinson's began to become more obvious. And you can actually see it on screen. And they tried to cover it with movement and stuff. He tried to hide it for years with his quirky, how you do these quirky head movement thing. That was all to try to cover his Parkinson's. And I caught it way back while he was still on Spin City. and that was one of the areas that I worked in was with Parkinson's patients, and I'm like, oh my god, I think he's got Parkinson's.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. Great actor, very underrated, Michael J. Fox. You can tell it in. There's a movie I show the clients quite a bit at work, and it's called The American President. It's directed by Rob Reiner. It's got Michael Douglas and Annette Bening, and he plays the political guy for him. And you can tell during that one, some of his facial expressions and stuff, you could tell it was starting to affect him then.
Yeah, he started having tics.
He wouldn't look directly at people, you know. It looked like he was looking away from him, like he had mild
he did this
autism,
golly thing he would do with his head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's trying to hide his Parkinson's.
Yep.
There's Viggo Mortensen right there.
He's mostly just in the background staring at people.
Smiling all the time.
Kind of friendly, but not in a way that I would immediately trust him. Something weird about him.
Who? Viggo?
Yeah. I don't know. It is epic. The music in this, man. I'm not a fan of synthesizer, but in this, it works.
I didn't like the music in this movie. It's my only nitpick.
Really?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's interesting about the music for this film. One, it's done by Maurice Jarre. And I think that he did a smart thing doing it on synthesizer rather than an orchestra, because if he had done that composition with an orchestra instead of a synth, it would have sounded like a fucking Western.
I said that earlier. Yeah, I agree. It works because it's not an orchestra.
And I concur with you again, but I like Maurice Jarre's music, and I like his work on this one. He also did the soundtrack to another film that I hate the director, but I love the movie, is Frantic with Harrison Ford. And Maurice Jarre wrote that beautiful soundtrack. Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys about our bad experience with the Amish. I was living down in Rogersville, which is only about 40 minutes from here, where we live in Sparta. And there is a large Amish community there, and they lived right between where we were at and the school where the kids went. And apparently there's this one guy, he's mentally handicapped, member of the Amish community. He would get up on the barn and he'd wait for the school bus to go by, and he would spank his monkey.
Oh my God.
On top of this barn.
Oh my God.
Law enforcement was constantly getting involved with this. And finally, somebody said the words, "You stop him or we will."
Wow.
And that didn't mean use the cops. That was out in the open threat to kill him. You stop him or we will. And it ceased to happen after that second incident.
I tell you, man, that sounds weird as hell, but I got to tell you, I had a experience once when I was a bartender, and I was working. I had gotten a DWI, and I've had a couple of them in my life, and it's simply from having a couple of beers after work and getting caught on the way home, right? And I had to do community service. And one time I had to work for this house that was for troubled teens. And what they had me doing was taking sandpaper and fogging plexiglass that they use for the windows. And I asked the guy that worked there, what's it for? And said, well, some of these guys will sit there and stare out the window and, do their thing. So they want it fogged so people can't see them. I was like, wow, that's a thing, I guess. That's it, with the mentally handicapped, I guess. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there was, I of course can't say the name of the facility or the resident.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I wanted to pause right here. That look.
Yeah.
I'm done being friendly to you.
Yeah.
He looks at Harrison Ford like he was killed his brother in the Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
raising
and-
the bar made him realize he would fit into this community, and I don't want that. He needs to go.
It's problematic. And Vigo is looking right at Gudinov in this scene. He's looking right at him.
What's wrong
seeing
with
that look.
you?
No, I know he knows what is wrong with him. He's more like a, don't do it, pal. Don't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good for
Because
you.
Vigo turns and he has that pursed lip thing where he's like, yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah, I completely forgot that Viggo Mortensen was in this movie.
Well, that's the problem, Gambit, is if he had done this with an orchestra, the soundtrack here, it would have sounded like a Western. And it's not a Western. Because it had the same sweeping notations. You could almost hear the wagon train. And so I think it was a smart move to make it less Western sounding by doing it on a synthesizer. And I do like it. It is dated no matter what. I mean, whether he'd done it one way or the other, it's a dated soundtrack. But
Yeah.
we've seen a comeback of synthesizers in film again, and I like it. I like what they did in Stranger Things, which Anna has been watching, by the way.
Yeah, we're in season 2.
We watched about 4 episodes of it. Couldn't get into it. I couldn't.
Which one?
I was into it.
Stranger Things. I just never got into it.
And what we
I was
want to
never
do here,
interested
Joe,
in it. Now he makes me
we
watch
want
it.
to do a special show and do season by season to talk about
Oh, cool.
I have not
Stranger
gone for
Things.
it.
It's not bad, but I think it was overrated and overhyped. It's not as, I don't find it
really
as good.
Well, you better get started soon because that last season's
I'm-
coming.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get another episode in before I go to bed after we end this.
No, I've seen the whole thing.
Yeah, I haven't. I was never interested in watching it. And then Gary made me watch the first episode and I was like, oh yeah, please more.
You really liked 11. You like that character. She also likes Hopper a lot.
I like all of them.
Yeah, but I caught some little comments that you would make that you really like certain things. You like the 11 and Hopper thing. You love how now he's like her dad. And
Yeah.
you know how to connect not only with people's innermost fears, but their joy. And by the way, I wanted to point out something about this while it just popped into my head because you bring Peter Weir as a director. One thing that really fucking irked me was Gene Siskel's comments about this fucking movie. I swear to God, I always liked Roger, and I got along with Roger. We talked, and he was always nice to me, even though I was kind of sardonic with him. I'd make fun of him. When Siskel brings up Peter Weir, he says, well, Peter Weir is like so many foreign directors that they come here to America and they start making films and they're in love with the land and they like to focus. It's unlike American directors. And I'm like, I can name 10 directors right now that are exactly the opposite of what you just fucking said, and they're all American. The last one on the list was Elia Kazan. So, and of course, someone's arguing, well, Elia Kazan wasn't American. I'm like, yes, he was. He was not a director before he came here. He became here, immigrated here, became a citizen, and became a director. And so he is an American director. And these guys, William Wyler, more than anybody, John Ford, for God's sakes, How Green Is My Valley? This guy, every Western was a fucking love song to the desert. Gene Siskel's a fucking idiot sometimes. I swear to God. Glad he's dead.
That comment even made me angry, and I wouldn't be able to put together a list, but man, I've seen enough Western from the 50s where the landscape is a character, so fuck off, dude. Not true.
And by the way, I'm not really glad that he's dead. I was trying to make a joke and somebody stomped all over it.
I was fixing to say, I know better.
I
than
wouldn't
that.
stomp on your jokes if I
It
would recognize them as jokes and not some other messed up shit that you say like you always do. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. kids. Dirty laundries
Wow.
watch at home.
He
He's a-
needs that.
Hey,
Don't try
he's our-
this at
he's our
home.
he's our cousin from Ohio. Come on, man. He's stomping all over the movie right now.
Oh my gosh.
I love this scene because he gets angry. He says, "I'm going to do to you what you did to my fucking friend." You know, he threatens him, and then the guy like freaks out and hangs up. You know, because he's talking good shit to him until that, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to hang up." And he
And
gets
you
out
have
of the
to
phone booth,
remember,
and he's unfulfilled. Book is emotionally unfulfilled when he gets off that phone. He wants to kill somebody.
Yep.
And
And he
then he goes,
He knows they are feeding him a lie, saying his friend
Yes.
died in the line of duty. That's not how he died.
and here's
knows
the kicker. Imagine how he must be feeling to talk like that to his own mentor.
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the guy who
That's a
helped
good
him
point.
become a cop."
Yep.
You know.
Fucking
And
dirty
one thing I
fuck.
think that was in the book that's I don't know if it's in the film. I don't think it is that his father knew him because he
Mm.
served with his dad.
Damn. So like an uncle to him.
Yeah, and Book's dad, as I recall in the book, it's mentioned. Book's dad in the book was killed in the line of duty.
What are we going to do about this?
I don't know.
I've got 5 tariffs going
Yeah.
southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
There you go, Sander.
Awesome.
Happy now.
Now fuck off with that shit.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Sander. Good to see you, Sander. Hey, we got some color art there. Look at that. Bright greens, reds, and blues.
Yeah, that's the cover of issue 1. That's it's not quite finished, but it's pretty close. I mean, that big area, you know how this works, Gary. The big area, the nose cone of the Huey and all that stuff underneath is where the wording is going to go and everything. But
Right.
Yep. That's him.
I think I have a drawing here I could find. Hold on. My hand is shaking so bad right now.
I hate it. You're having physical problems, man. So close to the end of the book, dude. Sucks.
Well, that and the
It's
neck
just-
pain you
I'm
were
praying
in
for
today,
you,
I'm
man.
pretty
I'm
sure that's
praying
from
for you.
PT yesterday.
Well, I've got my PT right now that I'm doing. I have physical therapy once a week, and he really pulled the shit out of my neck. And
Yes.
and last night I was in so much pain I couldn't get comfortable. I woke up this morning with dull, throbbing pain from my neck all the way down to the middle of my arm. And it's
I don't
just
like
in
this
my-
guy's fixing to have in the movie. Yeah.
And my arm is just shaking like crazy, man.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's telling you he's doing stuff. So hopefully things will change for the better.
Praying for you, bro.
Thanks,
Let's
buddy.
see. You're welcome.
I'm looking to see if I can find that drawing that I did an angle very similar to one you did there.
Oh, okay.
And
Put it back up then.
I think you and I've talked about this before because I think I showed it to you before. I seem to remember this, a conversation about this. Let me go back. It's not under covers, so I need to go find it. It might be under TIFF files. Maybe? I don't know.
Take your time. Yeah, he messed that dude up in the middle of the street, man. That dude was in the
There it
wrong
is.
place at the wrong time. You got it?
Here you go.
Yeah, there you go. Hanging out the door of the
I
helicopter.
showed that to you before, right?
Yes, you've shown me that one. Yep.
It's going to be in the book somewhere. I don't know where. It's just a pinup that I did, and I just really love that shot of him hanging out the side of the Black Hawk.
Yep.
The what?
I can't see anything.
Black Hawk.
Why can't I see
Oh.
anything?
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not Keith. I actually enunciate the H. Hawk.
I like how do you diffuse the rotor over him?
Why
Oh,
do I
that's
only
a-
see the thing in the back of it? There.
I
it is.
actually draw a solid black line, and then I motion blur it, and it just works. I don't want to do all those fucking action lines.
Yeah, like I did.
stand
Look, guys, what he's talking about is that right there. But
I don't like doing all
it'll
the
zoom
action
in.
lines. But
Yeah,
if I can.
all them lines right there. That's the rotors in my little drawing there. So, yeah, that's a really cool way to do it. Really is.
What I wanted to focus on was the stark lights, because you notice I don't do a lot of shading. I do hard shadows, and I love doing like stains. Like, is that dirt? I don't know. Is that rust? I don't know. I just wanted to put stains on the outside of the helicopter.
Yeah.
And show pock marks in the metal because it's older, probably been shot at. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Let's see.
And yes, the gift and the repairing of the birdhouse is what tells her he's leaving.
I'm surprised it took him so long to set that thing back up. That nobody else would bother to do it. That was weird.
I got to tell you, man, I've enjoyed 2 of those fucking replacement meal shakes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking famished. I'm ready to kill something and eat it right now.
Really?
Hope there are no kittens in your room.
Right.
Not yet.
Dead air.
Although
Sorry,
one
man,
of
I'm
the
working.
baby pets, one of the baby kittens keeps sneaking into his room.
That's what I'm referring to.
I'm about to. I'm really close to putting out a 0 issue of this on Amazon just for free, and this is the cover I'm going to make.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Gary knows this. A 0 issue is just a tease to throw out there for people to get interested in the book. It's only going to be like 5 pages. It's nothing but the artwork. No,
you can even refer to it as an ash can.
Yeah. But I'm really close to it, and I'm fixing to do it. And I decided,
in the industry, we refer to them as floppies.
There you go. And I'm
Thanks.
really.
Now I have a certain song in my head.
I like the way this image looks, so I'm going to make this the cover for the 0 issue, with just the hat and the eye patch blued, and that's it. You know.
So
let people know it's unfinished. It's unfinished work.
By
the way, Gary, check it out over here on the side. See the eyeball I was sketching? Hang on. There's a little bit of a delay because I'm broadcasting this on Twitch. You see the eyeball there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was during one of my first streams. Somebody asked me about drawing eyes, and I gave them a lesson right there.
Nice. You kept it.
And I erased it, and it's still on the sketch, you know. So
now, Anima, you said you had an earworm right now. Did you say that right?
Yeah, when he says floppy, I have that thing pop into my head.
Oh, I thought it could be this one.
I don't know what.
No, the floppy wieners.
Oh,
from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
The word floppy automatically starts playing. Not even a song, really. But
and of course, this is the gunfight.
this is when shit hits
The bad guys have rode into town on their horses. They're coming to get the good guy. Kill the little kid too.
Not that.
I love the lighting in this scene.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't recognize, the third man on that fire team is an actor with the last name of McInnes. And what he is best known for is being Gold Leader in Star Wars. He is also one of the other Rangers in Harrison Ford's team in the movie Force 10 from Navarone.
That's way cool, man. Way cool.
Been a
Yeah,
while
he's
since
done
we
3
watched
movies
that one.
with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
I know a Harrison Ford film you haven't seen that we should watch sometime called Hanover Street.
Hanover Street takes place during World War II.
Yep.
Isn't he a pilot in it?
Yes.
Yep.
And he begins sleeping with this British woman who's married to Christopher Plummer, who's missing overseas. And then he ends up helping find him.
Could it be that people just genuinely enjoy working with Ford? Because I haven't heard anyone ever complain about him being complicated or it being hard to work with him. They all just like him.
He's a professional. He can be pretty gruff with people, though. There's McInnes right there. He has the single worst death in this movie.
Is he the one that ends up in the silo?
Yes.
Oh man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
If you worked on a farm, man, those grain silos, man, you do not want to get caught in there. They're dangerous. I don't know if you guys remember this shit, but back around 1980, there was a massive explosion. People don't realize how dangerous silos are. They're very dangerous. They're very combustible. Now, if you don't recognize him, yes, that's Gold Leader from Star Wars.
Very cool.
Oh, it's hard because Gold Leader doesn't have a mustache and had the helmet. And a bunch of years younger.
Loosen up!
Yeah.
I like that scene because he slides across the floor and then goes down. I was like, that was a cool move. That was a cool move on Ford's part. And of course, if this was a Mike Hammer style movie, it would end with Harrison Ford right before he shoots the guy, says, "Witness this."
Yeah, right.
Then it'd be a Mike Hammer, Mickey Spillane
that
story.
kid is so brave. He just shows no fear.
Yeah, it really does happen, Sandra. They eventually tore down the silo next to my school. I went to middle school, and it was right after that big explosion here in the U.S. And suddenly they said, we need to empty that thing and not have that so close to a public school.
Right.
Like, you think?
Yeah.
Very combustible. Yes.
Yeah, when fermentation goes wrong, you don't want to be around.
Absolutely. And by the way, that stuff becomes such a fine dust. And I explained to her what's going on. When you hear him choking to death, he has inhaled this shit into his lungs.
And
it's
can't get
coating.
it out.
Yeah, he's coating it inside his lungs to where he can't do the transfer of oxygen to CO2.
Yeah.
And he's suffocating.
He suffocates before he's even
Back
buried.
in the old times, there was a disease called Baker's lung because they were inhaling flour all the time. State shit. Yeah. Nasty shit.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't wish that on my worst freaking enemy, folks. I would not.
No, you don't.
No, it's a terrible way to die.
I
I'm like, a lot of guys die in this movie. That's the worst death in this movie.
It is
McInnes's.
Oh.
Yeah. He was probably dead before he was covered by all that weed. Just inhaling.
I don't talk about it because he was notorious. Harrison Ford was notorious for sleeping with his leading ladies. And I'm just telling you, I think he led her on. And it left her emotionally scarred. She's been on the channel talking. And she asked during one of the shows, like, why does Harrison Ford hate me so much? And I'm like, we're going to jump over that question and pretend like it never got asked.
Right.
And that's what I did. I pretended like she didn't ask it. I went, well, let's move on. Danny Glover is really good in this part, man. And what I love about him in this scene is he goes to the end of the hall and he yells for his boss partner. But he turns back because he hears something. And his reactions to what's going on inside that silo. And he's across the hall. He's all the way down the hall. And he starts realizing he's in there. He's in there. And he runs up just in time to get blasted in the chest. Good scene. Fucking good scene. Yeah, you better come on up. And then he said, these people, what are they going to do? Call the police?
Mm-hmm.
Run off? It'll take them an hour to get anywhere. Dude, I love him in McInnes in Strange Brew. He's one of my favorite characters in that movie. Yeah, she hates that movie, but I love it. I like this where he looks at his grandson and does like ring the bell. It's almost like that scene from
He knows when
Ed
to
Wood.
disappear. That kid.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell. If you know what I'm saying, you know that movie. Ed Wood, Bela Lugosi. You're great as Karloff's sidekick. Sidekick? Karloff? Fuck you. What's the next line he says? He says, fuck you. That limey cocksucker with wiping the dirt off my shoes or whatever the fuck he says. So fucking funny. And in reality, Bella and Boris were good friends in real life. They were very friendly with one another. They enjoyed each other's company.
That's not corn, that's wheat.
Either way it goes, it's grain. I just said it's a grain silo. But some of those, they look like large corn kernels. And they do grow corn. And usually what they do is they keep corn for the fucking cows.
Sorry about that. Foxy just got home. She wanted to say hi. So.
How's that blue-haired bitch doing? Is she doing okay?
She is orange-haired right now, and she's doing fantastic.
Oh, tell her we say hi.
Hey, tell her I said hi. Yeah, please.
I will. Absolutely.
Yeah, she's so awesome. Foxy's so cool.
She is cool.
Oh,
it's the only reason I'm friends with you.
I know.
It's the only reason
you're just hitting on my woman. I know. Every time I do it, every time I try to reciprocate, you kick me out of the show. So you know, hey.
Nice reference, Norty. Quadrotriticale.
What?
Quadrotriticale.
Yeah,
that's how it's pronounced.
What does that mean?
I understand you have an accent, but pronounce it correctly now.
It's
from Battlestar Galactica, isn't it?
No, dude. Star Trek. The Trouble with the Tribbles.
Yeah, that's right. That's the one that got the
Tribbles.
The little fuzzy some bitches. The
Tribbles.
Yeah, the
Jesus
Tribbles.
Christ, he's saying
it multiple times.
I know he's got an accent, but you can understand him saying tribbles.
I can't. Too funny. All right.
This is great because he's like, put the gun down. He goes, I put it down. Put the gun down. He's, God damn it, Paul, I put it down. It's down.
And
here comes Hawk Leitner.
Yep.
And the other kid played by Vigo.
They shouldn't have dropped their pitchforks, but all of them are coming. They know shit's going on. They hear shots fired. Of course they all come. But why drop the pitchfork?
They would not act violently. I don't believe that.
Self-defense? Hello?
No.
They wouldn't. They would not.
Their only weapon is being witnesses.
That's it. And that's that double meaning of this movie. I love that.
Yeah.
They are now the witnesses. You're going to kill them all?
He realizes that, so he gives up.
It's over, Paul. Takes the shotgun and his pistol from him.
Well, Paul knows
and the kid, again, disobeyed his mother.
Yeah.
Got him into this situation and then gets him out of it.
He's a good kid. He does the right thing.
Also, his collapse here, because that writer brought that up, and I'm like, it is a really good point. because he just goes in that doorway and just collapses to his knees, like he is now a supplicant to the situation. He's no longer in charge. He is now a humble supplicant who is like at their mercy. This, to me, is the moment where I knew, the audience knew he was gone, because he's right back to hanging out with these guys, smoking his cigarette, laughing, talking about what happened here. He's nowhere near them anymore in Pennsylvania. He is now a cop again. Anybody else get that? Because that's what's going on here.
absolutely.
Oh
He
yeah.
is no longer John Book of the Amish. He is now fucking John Book, lieutenant captain or captain detective.
It's over. It's over. He doesn't need to hide anymore. He can go back to his old life, and he knows he has to. He can't give up his old
And
life.
the way she looks at him right here is heartbreaking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she knows it too.
And she can't go with him. She's at home there. Although he would have been a great stepfather to the kid.
Oh,
And there are elements of this that remind me of certain films like High Plains Drifter, The Angel and the Bad Man with John Wayne and Gail Russell. You know, the Cowboys got to keep moving on. There's a little bit, even in a comedy, of a little film called Big Trouble in Little China. And in fact, the movie ends the same way. Aren't you even going to give her a kiss goodbye? No.
Nah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Book does the same thing, looks at her, and then just walks away.
Well, there's a difference. If Book does something, he could hurt her in the community.
Like I said earlier, they originally had 5 pages of dialogue for that scene, but Ford was sick and couldn't do it. So
hey, it's still improving.
Hey, him being sick has led to some great moments in cinema. Raiders of the Lost Ark, he was supposed to fight the swordsman, and he's like, "Man, I feel like shit. Can we just shoot this fucker?" Quote.
What was the movie where he had appendicitis?
So awesome.
No, that's Kevin Costner.
Oh, okay. I thought it was him
Costner didn't know he was in the middle of. If he'd waited any longer, he would have died.
Yeah,
Kevin Costner, while making Open Range, he was really sick. And that scene where he's in the town during the rainstorm and saves that dog, he was sick as fuck doing that scene. And he went straight after they were wrapped for the day, went into town, and they fucking saved him. And he was in the hospital for a few days. Now here again, Harrison Ford got sick. He had what's it called? Dysentery.
Not
a lot of people got dysentery in the making. Please let me finish my story. A lot of people working on Raiders of the Lost Ark got dysentery, and he's one of them. And he was so sick when they showed up for that scene. They rehearsed it, and they did some actual shots of him fighting the swordsman. And he finally just turns to Steve, can we just shoot this fucker?
Yeah.
And that is a quote. And it's in Rolling Stone magazine from a Spielberg interview where he said that's what Ford said. Like, can't we just shoot this fucker? And that's what they do. And it ended up being one of the biggest hoorah moments of the movie.
Yeah, but the other actor was pissed because he rehearsed for that.
He was upset because he trained for a while on that
scene.
sword. But anyway, it's not his movie, so nobody cares. And sick again, it led to them not doing these lines, but I think it's better that they deliver all their dialogue through looks.
It probably would have ended on the cutting floor.
Yeah, man, certain movies, man, you don't need dialogue. Like, I tell you what, I wasn't a big Ryan Gosling fan until I saw Drive. And that's one of the movies that has the littlest amount of dialogue in it. And that is an amazing movie. Yeah, it's fantastic. And they do a lot of things with just the looks. Yes. Oh my God, it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
I showed that to Anima. I said the rest of the movie's just as good. Yeah. That is a movie with a lot of violence in it. And
a lot of violence, but Gary, I think you'd agree. There's little dialogue in it. They do a lot of communication through looks. Like, okay, the elevator scene you're talking about, when he's looking so intense at her when she steps out of the elevator.
Ha ha ha. Naughty. But yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
That
Look,
look he's giving her when she's leaving
First
the
of all-
elevator after he kills that guy, he's sitting there and that look is portraying many emotions. First of all, I'll kill anybody for you. Secondly, I'm desperate for you. That's the look I got whenever I saw him, you know. And he was like, you know, I had to do this kind of thing. Yeah. That's a great movie. If you guys haven't seen Drive, watch that flick. It is awesome. Albert Brooks as a bad guy. More proof
he was
that
so good in
comedy
that part.
is the
Yeah.
hardest thing because he has done comedy his whole life, and that's the first movie I ever saw him as a bad guy, and he was excellent at it, man. He was fantastic.
I love the outro theme here. And I
Yeah.
love that you watch this over the continuous walking of Hochleitner towards the camera and John Book leaving. That's a beautiful film.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, life is going back to normal. Goodbye, John Book.
Yep.
For everybody.
He says, I'm a bad bear.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Let's see.
And you can shit
Well,
on
one of the
Volkswagen
first real
all you like.
actors.
It's the only good thing the mustache ever did was give us Volkswagen.
One of the first real actors who came up from vaudeville too is Lon Chaney. And Lon Chaney is just an incredible actor. And he can give you so many different expressions and sell you a mood. Lon Chaney, great fucking actor, man. Sadly, his last film was a talkie, and he fucking found out he was dying while making it.
Oh,
That sucks.
Yeah. I've wanted to do some of his films because we've had some requests. But the one thing that a lot of people don't know, and I want to bring this up because you just brought up one of my favorite comedic actors and writers, is Albert Brooks.
mm-hmm.
Do you know who his brother is?
No.
Mel?
No relation.
I was fixing to say I didn't think they were related. No.
His brother's name is Bob Einstein.
Get out of here. Wow.
Does anybody know who Bob Einstein is?
I don't.
Nope.
Super Dave Osborne.
Oh my God. That's his brother. Now I can't unsee that
Yes,
shit, Gary. Now I can't unsee it. That's
I'm
crazy.
clueless.
I miss him. I miss him.
You
He was
should.
so funny,
He's
man.
awesome.
He would come on Norm Macdonald's talk show. Norm Macdonald did that live YouTube web series, and he would come on there and fucking straight face him. They would be cracking jokes that were fucking cause people to break a rib laughing.
Mm,
Not Dave Osborne. Straight face.
straight faced.
Fucking
Yes.
voice of his. That way he broke his voice, the way he talked. Oh my God. Could you imagine growing up in a household with Albert Brooks
Brooks and him.
and Dave Osborne, right? That must have been insane. Yeah, they're brothers, siblings. I
Now
found
can't
out in the
unsee it.
80s
Yeah.
because I always thought that Albert Brooks was related to Mel Brooks. I just thought, well, they came up,
You'd
he
think,
came up
yeah.
after him, so maybe he's related to him, maybe his son or something. No relation. But then I looked and I'm like, his brother is Super Dave Osborne?
Osborne's a
What?
big dude too.
All dude, tall, scrawny guy.
Yeah.
While Albert's like this short, typical Jewish looking guy. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was a fun show. I wish Meth could stay longer, but oh well. He's got to get some sleep like the rest of us. Gambit was the first one in the house. Snorty was second. Then came Wade, Keely Chow, Penny, Bear, and then Connie Cleary, Bruins Rules, Sandra Hammerschlag, Slasher Fred, our good friend Slasher Fred. I love Slasher. Low Spec Linux dropped in too. That was really nice. Don't get to see him much. Hell in Place dropped in, Genghis Khan. And of course, here at the last minutes, near the end of the show, Eastland Burkholder dropped in. It was good to see all you guys. Hope you guys are all having a very good Wednesday. It's middle of the week, hump day. Words and faces and voice tone used to Smart with Logan and Jessica say,
I wish you guys could hear what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Retreat out at the base.
Oh, really?
Yep. And they follow Retreat by the national anthem. And if you've never been on a military base, when they play that, you have to pull your car over, park it, get out, and put your hand over your heart if you're in civilian clothes, or salute the closest flag to you.
You turn. When we're on post, we're always told, point your body in the direction of the main post flag, and then salute until it's done. National anthem, taps.
That's how close I live to Barksdale Air Force Base, buddy. I can hear it over the PA.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is. I hear taps at 9:00 too, every night. If I'm in here streaming or working on the computer, I hear
it. That's Retreat. I remember the first thing I ever played on guitar was taps, because you can actually play it open string. You don't have to touch any with the left hand. You can just play it on the open strings. Taps. Drive is a great film.
Sad song, man. That is such a sad song.
All right, that is the end of the show, guys. I'm done. Thank you guys for showing up and listening to us derail and or talk about the movie. We did a little both. I like derailing. I like hanging out with my friends. I want to point out, I'm really surprised at some of these movies, and you guys explain this to me, how some movies you think are going to do well because they're so beloved. Hardly anybody watches it, just you guys. But then, I do Hell and Back. 2 years ago, we did that. Hell and Back with Audie Murphy.
I think I was here for that when we were doing Military Monday.
82,000 views. It's the single most watched video on our channel. Second most watched is 5 Million Years to Earth, or as it's known over in Britain, Quatermass in the Pit. That is 52,000, and it keeps growing. Audience numbers keep growing on that one. Soldiers really watched. Get a lot of good comments on that. Green Berets, Midway, Danger Close is a shocking one. That Danger Close, was that the Australian or Irish one? I forget. It's the Australian.
Yeah, the Australian.
Yeah, the Australian. Vietnam War film. Very good film. A lot of views. Presumed Innocent. A lot of views. The Shootist. A lot of views. Tarzan Greystoke. Rock and Rolla. A lot of views. Secondhand Lions is a very popular video.
I love
then
that.
I will go to our, back to our live page and go to latest, and I will look and see where's it at? Goldfinger is already 3 days old. It's already over 700 views. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Whereas a movie that I expect to get watches on, Copland, I thought we'd get a lot more views on. No. Other films like Batman, Dark Knight, The Dark Knight, I thought it would more views. No. But boy, oh boy, already in under 10 days, over 1,000 views for From Russia with Love. And it really makes it hard on me to figure out what movies, because I love a lot of movies. What movies should I talk about that I love that I know you guys might love? And it's hard. It's hard, man. Some of them go, some of them don't. I got to tell you, I'm really sad because if you've not watched The Chief do his show, his breakdowns are really good.
Oh, dude.
And
this is what sucks, man. I'm former law enforcement too, and I would love to be on there with him and do those shows, but that's the one day of the week. I have to watch it on a replay all the time. That's the one day of the week that I'm there from 8 to 5, But
his guest panelists are always the best.
You guys have never watched his show. He does a fantastic show, and the guests he brings on there are great too. Really
it's
a good breakdown.
It is not just his knowledge of crime as a law enforcement officer. he loves movies.
Yeah, he does.
And his
Yeah.
knowledge of these films, a lot of people don't know. He worked on films, like in Hollywood. Because if you work in Hollywood and you're in law enforcement, you're going to work on films. It's going to happen. Just like when I was a paramedic up there in Seattle, and they would shoot movies up there, you are inevitably going to work on a film as a paramedic because they always have to have medics on duty. So, yeah, I don't know, man. If you're not watching his show, guys, I highly recommend checking his shows out because they should have more views on them. It breaks my heart because he puts a good show out. I love the way he works his knowledge and gets great panelists on there that are all former law enforcement or active duty law enforcement.
Yep.
By the way, one that's getting halfway decent views, but I thought would do better is Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Because I love that movie.
Yeah, I do too. I dig that one.
Where Red Heat, far more views. And I'm like, wow, and that movie's got a really bad rating. And yet more people are watching that one. If you get like, I'm like, really? That few people like that movie over on not Metacritic, but the other one, Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, holy crap. I love that fucking movie. Another one doing really good right now, Red Scorpion.
Yeah, me and Martin have discussed
Empire Strikes Back. I expected good numbers on that one.
We need to have an intervention with you with this communist propaganda you're pushing these days, man. You need to bring it back.
I like the Reds, man. In fact, the next movie I'm doing is with Warren Beatty and Jack Nicholson. It's called Reds.
Bob Communist Minefield.
I will never do that movie, man. I was angry when they made that movie.
Right? Yeah.
I was like, how fucking dare you make that movie a pro fucking commie movie like that? But anyway, Empire Strikes Back, man. Hardly any views.
Oh,
it's this voted by Star Wars fan the #1 Star Wars film of all time.
Yes, it is.
Only 153 views, and it's 3 weeks old.
It's because Rey is not there.
Right.
I don't get it. Now you look at John Carter. There's a movie that tanked. It was not the audience's fault. It was Disney's. They fucked up the marketing. That one we did 1 month ago, and it's 640 views. That one shocked me that people like that one.
No, it's a great movie.
Yes,
you fucking people are fickle. That's what my problem is. You people watching this show are fickle as fuck.
We're sick of it. No.
Somebody at the show.
We love you.
We have technical problems.
Oh no! Oh no! That's funny.
I'm just. And by the way, a month ago he did a movie that I do plan to do because I like this movie, Sharky's Machine.
Sharky's Machine is great. I'm a huge Burt Reynolds fan. And
Rachel Ward is in that. And man, back in '81, I was 16 and I had a thing for her because she did that movie, The Thornbirds, and she did Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. She was so fucking gorgeous to me.
Yeah,
and
I like their boss, Charles Durning. He's always cracked me up, man. Love that dude.
Charles Durning, great dude. World War II veteran. By the way, she ended up getting married to Brian Brown, the guy from the movie FX. That's her husband. They married while they were making movies together and fell in love and got married. And I'm like, holy shit. I think they're still married.
Well, now we're talking celebrities. There's a very special happy birthday that we need to do.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it now.
I'm letting you do it.
Me? It's
you brought
Arnold
it up.
Schwarzenegger's birthday today.
Who's?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I'm just saying it the way it's supposed to be said. Fuck off. I'm not Americanizing an Austrian's name. Eat shit.
Now, here's a movie I won't do because it's just too hardcore. But I'm glad that Chief did it. Was The Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough movie. I don't think I
is.
will ever get Anima to watch that movie with me because it's just so fucking hardcore. It's
It's
just
so good.
hard to watch. It's hard to watch. It's one of those films I don't feel the need to ever watch again. I've watched it. I'm like, that's a great fucking movie. I will never watch it again because I felt like I needed a shower after watching it. I
Wow.
felt so grimy and spiritually gross.
Sounds like me watching 9mm or 8mm. Is that the name of it?
Yes, 8mm.
8mm. Is that the one with
Yep.
Yeah,
Nicolas
that's
Cage?
the movie that
Oh,
I made
God.
fun of. I made fun of that movie coming out.
Oof.
I said, let me get this straight, Mr. Detective. You have to bargain to save this other guy's life, and your only bargaining chip is that film print, that reel of film. And what do? You take it in with you.
Yeah, that you're right. That made no fucking sense whatsoever. I remember.
Everybody should have been dead at that point. They should have just killed them all
Right.
and taken the fucking movie.
Right.
It was so stupid. I'm like, who the fuck wrote that? That
Remember
is
the Last
so
Crusade?
fucking beyond logic.
My
What?
son wouldn't be that stupid to bring my diary here.
Right? You did.
You didn't, did you?
I should have given it to the Marx Brothers.
The way he says it too is so heartbreaking. You did. It's like I should have sent it to the Marx Brothers. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Oh God, that was hilarious. You know, I guess it's universally known that Raiders is the best one, but my God, Last Crusade is
Last
so
Crusade's
great.
fun.
It
is
is
That's
fun.
my
so great.
favorite.
Oh,
Yeah, the guy with the hat is back, and this time he brought his dad. I mean, what a great
yeah.
fucking
Mhm.
slug line.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get the hell out of here, guys. Everybody say bye, and we're gonna go.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Hey,
Arrivederci,
15
America.
minutes on my channel. See ya.